Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Jennifer.
Happy Friday.
It's been a good week, hasn't it?
It has.
Yes, a wonderful week. Kids are off to school, right?
Yep. Brady
Yep.
started today.
Yep. We had the benefit of having Brady here for a couple afternoons. That was nice.
Yeah.
I kind of missed him. You know, he came around a lot, but then when summer came, he just wanted to run around with his friends, right?
Yep.
Then
Or play games.
and then they went on a vacation, I think, with your parents, didn't they?
They did. They went up to Washington and Oregon and got to see whales swimming in the ocean, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he was pretty excited about having a swim in the ocean, he was saying. Yep.
He really liked seeing Mount St. Helens.
Ah,
That was one of his favorites.
well, cool. Yeah, it's nice seeing it now.
Yeah. I saw it when I was in high school. So.
Oh, yeah? Did you see it, like, after the explosion, or?
Yeah, because I was born after the explosion.
After the Big Bang, right?
Yep.
Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Apologize for being late. But you know what? Customer tickets come first, and I had a customer with a particularly annoying issue. Jennifer, you know, like there's like regular updates to the Microsoft Office. Did you get some on your machine this year or this week?
I was just putting on some, I was just installing new updates.
Yeah, well, mine automatically came on my computer, but I guess they must have on this client's, and Outlook kept opening and closing. I didn't solve the problem. I have to do a little bit of research on it, but we were able to do a workaround because she actually uses Gmail, so the Great Plains Mail web page was going to be sufficient for her. So I went up and I turned that into an app. Did you know you could do that, Jen? You
Really?
turn web pages into apps?
I think we went over that one time.
Yeah, I think maybe Keith did, like, quite a while ago.
Yeah.
So I turned that web page into an app, and then it just runs just like any other program. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, and a little bit of travel this week. Had to go to Hastings, and we have a client here that has two offices, one in McCook and one in Hastings, and they're part of the network bundle people. So we handle all. They have somebody internal that does all of the other IT stuff, unless they need me for something advanced. But we handle all the networking and all the internetworking. So one of the most important things for them is they work together on the same kind of files, and their stuff has to sync back and forth in between one server in McCook and one server in Hastings. And we have to make it so that all that information passes back and forth securely, number one, and number two, that, you know, when a change happens to one part of the program, that another colleague can be working in the same file at the same time with the most updated information. So about every 3 to 5 years, depending on how technology changes and how good the equipment stands up, we replace equipment just before it goes out of date and before things get to a place where it needs to be replaced because stuff starts to break. So yeah, it was, we pre-programmed everything, because bottom line is when you're working with a business client, you want to make sure that even if you're improving their lot, that you are making sure that you have minimal downtime, because time is money for a business. You know, we want to make sure that that we are doing all the things that we can do to make sure that they're continuously able to work and do what they do best. And, they don't care what we do, just as long as stuff works, right?
Yep.
So yeah, that was kind of fun. It's really interesting. You program things up, and then there's some things that you can't program until you're on site, and everything just went so nice and smoothly as planned. We had maybe 15 minutes of downtime total, I think, and that's pretty darn good.
It's not bad at all.
No. And it's really important to me to be able to do things rather quickly too, because when you have 10, 12 people working, 15 minutes for one thing doesn't sound bad, out of the gate. But then if you multiply that out by the number of people that work, you don't want to be having 1 hour of downtime, because then you just multiply that out to 10, 15, whatever number of employees that you have times the dollars that you're paying them to stare at the wall and that sort of deal. So, yeah, exciting days. And we brought on some new residential protection plan customers this week.
Yeah.
It's always nice to bring on some nice people. We had a really nice visit with a lady yesterday. Her computer was really slow, and we did everything we could for it. We made it. You had like a lot of malware, right? That you got rid of.
Yeah, there was 50 instances on it.
Yeah. So, that didn't help. But when removed the malware, it helped a lot. But it didn't help that the machine was built in 2018. Didn't have a whole lot of RAM memory. The hard disk was a spinner versus an electronic one. Like the solid state drives are extremely fast because they don't, like the new ones, they have no moving parts, but hers was the old kind. So the rotational ones are a lot slower. So we're able to get it to the point where when it boots up, it took 8 minutes, Jen, around that 7-8 minutes.
Yeah.
But then it ran like a rocket, after that. There was no problem after that. Got the backup going, got the antivirus on there and all that neat stuff, and the remote control software so that we can, help remotely. And yeah, it was a kind of a good deal. Really nice visit that we had while Jennifer was working, because to me, that's the most important thing, is the client, right?
Yep.
And, you do your work, but then you want to have good life for you and the people that you work with. And yeah, it was a good time. Good time. And then late last week, we put one of those little baby firewalls into one of our residential clients, the little guys that we were showing the other week. Mm-hmm. And I called out there a little bit earlier because we could tell that her internet service was not all that great. And we can tell when you need to reboot your modem, and we can tell, if the ISP is having a problem or maybe they need to replace their equipment. But that all turned out. Other than the fact that I made passwords that were so strong, even she couldn't type them in. So we resolved that over the phone. It was no big deal. She still has really secure passwords, and they're really happy that they're secured. The little device has a built-in Wi-Fi, so everything that they do is all going through that little baby firewall. And then they have the residential protection plan on top of that. So all those little layers add up, to make things so they're nice and secure. Well, did you have anything else on the bench this week, Jen?
We helped Brady get a computer going.
Oh, yeah. We kind of garbage picked a little bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
Made a Frankenstein. Yeah, he kind of like tore something apart just a little too well.
Yeah.
And we had to put it back together again, because disassembly is nice and easy. But he learned a lot, didn't he?
He did.
About putting stuff together, and now he's got a giggle machine, right?
Yeah.
Because he was back there yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
He was
and
watching
No, it was
you-
the day before.
day before yesterday. He's just like a little giggle butt, laughing at his little YouTubes. I don't know what he was watching. I was a little bit busy, but
Probably cat videos or dog videos.
that's to me, that's the best sound ever is children laughing.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, it is. So it's kind of fun, and you learn about a good ram stick and a bad ram stick.
Yep.
Did you order memory for him, or?
I haven't yet.
Yeah, but I mean it's going to be like $20 or something
Yeah,
stupid.
it's not bad.
Yep. So, yeah, we're able to resurrect something, and he's in computer heaven. He's got something he could probably do schoolwork on, and
Yep.
all that neat stuff. So, exciting days.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can do that. Yep.
We'll have fun with it.
Yeah, he will. Oh man, itchy eye. What else did we have go on this week? I don't know, it's all a blur.
It's been fairly quiet.
Well, yeah, other than tickets, I've done a lot of tickets this week because, of course, Keith used to do all the tickets, and now I get to do them all. Which is all right. It's nice to know you still have it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was enjoyable. I worked with our accountant down south this morning doing some updates to his accounting software. And, he took on a new employee. He's got a new employee starting not this Monday, but next Monday, 26th, I think it is. So we'll get her all set up, and then hopefully his old employee that is going to be doing remote work will call me, and we'll get her all set up, and then they'll be able to go full tilt again. So that'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, like a little box, site-to-site VPN. That's what I set up.
Yep.
Nice and secure. Have you had people ask you about like home VPNs at all, Jennifer?
Little.
You don't typically get a lot of calls for that, but you see it on TV quite a bit, like that NordVPN kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing to have, Then another layer.
Yep.
They're not expensive, but if you're going to do that, you might as well get one that has a password manager along with it. Mm-hmm. And I think Nord has the VPN and the password manager. So that way you can have like strong passwords that are so secure even you don't know them. And they're stored in a place where you can copy paste them. Nobody can even torch you out of them because you don't know them.
Yeah. I have an article that I'm kind of working on, but.
Oh, okay. So Tara will, I'll read it and approve it, and then Tara will probably post that on our Facebook page. So,
Yep.
yeah, we do post like what 3, 4, 5 articles a week.
There's quite a few
Yep,
sometimes.
I know. This week you wrote quite a bit, and then I kind of usually sometimes massage them a little bit or add to, and it's always a team effort, the content that's on the website. So yeah, lots of fun.
So you get the non-technical point of view plus the technical point of
Yeah, you're able to help, keep it, do the KISS method, and then, I try not to complicate things because honestly, I'm not addicted to complex things either.
view. Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So yeah, you know what we forgot, Jennifer? We forgot like our 15 second of fame here.
Yep.
We're going to do our residential protection plan ad. You're going to get a new one. Hopefully next week.
Not today.
Not today, though. I shot it, though.
The Residential Protection Plan by Honorbound IT is the best support and service for home computer users. You get top-notch antivirus, backup, and remote support. Plus, if you need in-store service, it's free. Visit us at 109 Norris Avenue, McCook, or call 877-686-6642. Your digital peace of mind starts here.
All right, welcome back. Honestly, I don't have a whole heck of a lot of content this week because usually I have like a little bit of time ahead to prep, but I was working tickets, so You're beat. So, Hobby, Jennifer, you think we should just go into the cat content there?
We have the cat, and we also have the video presentation.
Oh, yeah. We cannot forget your weekly education. How about we do the weekly education first, and then we'll do the cat content?
Okay.
There are two kinds of cyber threats to be aware of: active and passive. Active threat vectors are deliberate attacks, like hacking and malware. Passive threat vectors are more covert, exploiting vulnerabilities, such as eavesdropping and social engineering. Both pose cybersecurity risks, highlighting the need for strong defenses to protect digital environments from various types of attacks. Here are some things you can do to protect yourself from these threats. To protect your home computer, use a reliable antivirus program and make sure your system is always up to date. Learn about phishing scams and be cautious about clicking on unfamiliar links. Avoid sharing too much personal information online. Use two-step verification for added security. Encourage a security-conscious mindset at home, so everyone in your household can be aware and take steps to stay safe from both active and passive online threats.
All right, so welcome back. This cat is the neighborhood cat. We call him Boots. We don't know what his real name is, but he's a real love. I think part of it has to do with I have a granddaughter that fed him 5 delectables in a row. and he knows what they are when you bring them out. But so, we have to make sure that all of our neighbor cats are well taken care of. And he caused us to build a kitty Airbnb, which looks like that. Is that kind of cool or what?
That looks cool.
Yep. There's enough room for like the food bowl in the middle. That's where the food bowl is now. And it's insulated. And so it's going to have a nice warm place to stay if he decides he's going to hang around the neighborhood. Haven't seen him in a couple of days, but he comes and goes all the time.
We have a cat in our neighborhood, too.
Yep, Mr. Boots. And then every once in a while, he comes back with nicks and scrapes from tomming around. But yeah, I think that was kind of fun to build, other than the 100 mosquito bites that I got while I was building it. But yeah, kind of cool. Peggy made me build it because the last cat home that I built was out of scrap wood, and it had to have weighed like 150 pounds. We gave it away.
We had one made out of totes.
Out of totes, yeah. All right.
Cut a hole and put blankets in between 2 totes.
Well, cool. Did the cats use it?
I don't know.
Yeah, see, I've been kind of like
we had a couple.
food training this Boots into using it. Like I feed him I open the one door and stick my hand in with the delectable, and then he gets into the house and he gets to eat in there. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, I don't got nothing more for today. So thank you for joining us. Jen-